Okay, y'all, we'll go ahead and kick it off since it is now 10:10. Welcome to all y'all and everybody attending from home. We are super excited to have Scotty Smith here. I was first introduced to Scotty Smith whenever he was in a competition to get a State of Search speaking spot. Was it 2 years ago? And he blew the competition out of the water. So one, y'all are in for a super dynamic speaker. But just because I first met him a couple of years ago doesn't mean that he's new to the industry. He has been in the industry for over 20 years, helping small businesses, mid-sized businesses, transforming them from a digital perspective. And today he's going to talk to us about HubSpot and how to make the most of it. So Scotty, I will kick it over to you.
Good morning. Now, I shut this door because I am actually rather loud by nature. I coached baseball for 18 seasons, and I always told parents, you're going to hear me loud enough so that the kids across the field can hear me, and I'm not yelling at you if you think you're right there. So anyway, I hope everybody's enjoying their second day of State of Search. I'm so excited. This ought to be a fun presentation. So let's get going. First of all, I'm going to tell you about who I am, and then I'm going to tell you about HubSpot. I'm going to tell you about why agencies should use it. I'm going to tell you how I help, and then we're going to get into some QA. Okay? So first of all, let me talk about me for just a second. Been in digital marketing for a little over 20 years. Honestly, it's much, much closer to 30 years. I have been there and done that pretty much in everything you could ever think of. So very excited to talk to you all today. A couple of things about me. Did anybody here go to the event last night afterwards? Yeah? Anybody see the band that played? 80s Gadgets? Those are my brothers. So I'm the brother of the band. The three frontmen, two of them are my younger brothers, and one of them is my brother-in-law. So that's a little bit about me. The other cool thing about me is I have three major childhood passions. And these three passions are still with me today. And it's what makes me up, what makes me me and gets me excited. A couple of them are, believe it or not, I love comic books to this day. Okay? I love playing video games. In fact, that's probably my favorite passion. But my third passion is that I'm an endurance cyclist. And I've competed and done lots and lots of big endurance road rallies and races. I actually did the Hotter Than Hell 100 in under 5 hours. So I've got a passion for cycling. I've also got a passion for marketing. When I decided to start my company, I wanted to combine these somehow, and that's how I came up with PsychWorks. I've always been in the tech industry. And so my focus with PsychWorks was really about companies in the software and the technology space. How could I help small businesses grow? How could I help improve them? Build them a marketing foundation if they didn't have one. But if they did, how could I help them grow their marketing departments? One of the first things I did is I became HubSpot certified. I wanted to become a full solution partner. And part of the reason is the last company that I worked at before I started my own company, and really where my career was heading, was far more in MarTech and marketing operations. That's kind of where my passion is. Because I've always realized that to be able to do a great job helping run somebody's company, you've got to have an excellent tool or an excellent platform that you can use to become efficient at, to be able to help implement campaigns and run things. There's so many different ones out there. Why not find one and actually get to learn it very good? So we do, at PsychWorks, we do sales marketing CMS on it. We do super administration, sales onboarding, lots and lots of automation and workflows, and reporting and analytics. So let's get started. There are so many questions I have for y'all, actually. How many people here know what HubSpot is? Okay, that's easy. Who has not, before today, who has not heard of HubSpot? Okay, awesome. Is there anybody in here, because I want to make sure everybody's accounted for, is there anybody in here that does not know what a CRM is? Okay. CRM is I think I actually say what this is. Well, we'll get to it. The CRM is essentially customer relationship management. It's all your contacts in one database. One easy way to access all your contacts and figure out what's going on with them. Do you know the number of small businesses that are still using spreadsheets to keep track of their contacts? Is ridiculous. It's crazy. You would not believe it. There are tons of companies like that. A CRM actually lets you replace that. HubSpot is a CRM and so much more. There are lots of CRMs out there. You've probably heard of them. Salesforce, HubSpot, Pipedrive, there's lots of them. HubSpot is one of them. HubSpot's claim to fame was in marketing. Marketing is what drove HubSpot because they became a really great way of doing marketing campaigns and automated marketing campaigns. All right, that said, do we have anybody here is using marketing HubSpot right now? Couple, okay. Do we have any here from the corporate side? Okay. How many here are in agencies? Do we have any agencies that are using HubSpot right now? 1, 2? Okay, the rest of y'all aren't. So here is what I want to talk about today. There are lots of ways to use HubSpot. HubSpot works great for agencies. HubSpot works great for corporations. My discussion today is going to be focused on why HubSpot is great for an agency to use. If you're in corporate, you'll get a lot out of it too. And towards the end, we'll talk about that as well. But I feel like nobody actually talks about, hey, if I own an agency, why should I care? Why should I care about this platform? So let's get in and let's kind of dive in and talk about that a little bit. HubSpot is actually made up, so many think of it as marketing only. HubSpot is actually made up of 5 hubs. They've got your sales hub, your service hub, your marketing hub, your CMS hub, and your operations hub. And for anybody that doesn't know, CMS stands for Content Management System. And essentially, CMS is a website and a website builder. So we'll get into that. They have a robust set of platform features. I'm going to walk you through the platform features. And then after that, I'm going to show extra value adds why agencies probably should make use of HubSpot. So let's start with sales. There are so many reasons an agency should use Sales Hub and HubSpot that you probably never think of. My favorite reason for it is because they have amazing prospecting tools. But most of all, I use their sales sequences. And if you're not using sales, taking advantage of sales sequences, you're missing out. Who in here is familiar with what email sales sequences are? 1, 2. All right, for the rest of y'all that aren't, email sales sequences, first of all, let me start a little bit further back. Who's familiar with marketing emails? Pretty much everybody, right? Marketing emails are one to many. So I'm going to send one to a list of 1,000. All right? Sales emails are one-to-one emails. So what if you could actually program those one-to-one emails? What if you could automate those one-to-one emails? So now I'm a salesperson that I can expand my reach greatly. So instead of just sending one out over and over again, I could reach an entire group of people with a bunch of different automated sequences. So that is one of my favorite features. And as an agency trying to drum up business, that's huge. But the new prospecting features they've rolled out recently are amazing. You didn't know, I bet everybody in here is familiar with Salesforce. HubSpot's probably the biggest competitor to Salesforce as far as the sales CRM goes. And at this year's Inbound, they doubled down and they made their sales package, even stronger than it is. And with their acquisition of Clearbit last week, they're feeding in information about prospects as you bring them into the system. It's pretty great. Deal management, being able to quote with email signatures. All of this is built into that one tool, which is really handy. Who knew that it did payments? You want to know a little secret? Payments are about to become their own hub. That's how big they are. I actually have a client of mine. He is selling all of his services through his website, and they're all being billed through HubSpot payments. One portal, one system that can do all of that. I think that's pretty amazing. Service Hub. I know a lot of people are not familiar that HubSpot has Service Hub. Service Hub is great for any companies that are really running a service industry. But for an agency, especially larger agencies, being able to have a customer support ticket so that they can actually manage all the issues coming through in a timely basis, that is really handy. Or establishing advanced chatbots that can go and access your knowledge base so your customers can actually find information they need right there from one portal. And let me rephrase that. So in HubSpot, you have one single portal. It all looks the same. You work off of one database. So you can put notes in here, and you can actually tag people on your team, and they can actually pull it up and access them as well from that single portal. Everybody gets used to looking at the one portal, no matter what you're trying to access. Or my favorite, their content management system. We've just built our 5th website on HubSpot CMS. I absolutely love it because you can build a website on it. I never have to worry about coming in, updating the site. It's always updated on the back end. It's always kept secure. It's incredibly, incredibly easy to develop for. In fact, it's so easy that once it's set up, marketers can come in and adjust the site as need be. All right? I never have to ask a developer for help. I can come in and make changes on the fly. Need a new landing page? No biggie. I'll go ahead and create one right now. It's that easy to use. So if I'm an agency and I'm doing things and I'm like having a webinar, I want to create a landing page on the fly and give it to one of my staff members to do. It's not rocket science. It's very easy to do. Shares the same portal. Believe it or not, they have a suite of SEO optimization tools in HubSpot. Who knew that? Is there any marketers in here that actually knew that? One, it actually plugs in to Google's SEO search console, and you get information from there pulled into the system. You can actually do keyword research through it. You can build pillar pages and help optimize it. It'll set up all your links through it. As a marketer and agency, it's a fantastic platform to use. And it's got great web analytics, so I don't even need to go out to Google Analytics to pull in my traffic numbers or to keep track of how I'm doing. But their claim to fame is Marketing Hub. And it is definitely a comprehensive content marketing platform. One single platform where you can run all your social media campaigns. You can run all your email marketing campaigns. You can create landing pages on the fly. You can create whatever you need to do to help market your business. And that is really powerful. Believe it or not, it's got ad management tools. So you can manage your PPC campaigns or your LinkedIn campaigns right from that one portal. And you can tie all of this in your forms, tie it all into campaigns so you have full campaign tracking to figure out, all right, how did this campaign actually do across our various emails, across the forms, the landing pages? We can keep track of all of that. And it's got powerful automation and workflows that actually help support this so that it scales for large companies or small companies. And whether you're using the CMS or Marketing Hub, because there's some overlap in there are a lot of powerful tools because of that. Who knew that you can actually host all your videos in HubSpot? Has full video analytics, so you can put them all in there and it will actually track how you're doing, whatever platforms you're running on. The powerful landing pages, and it's a great blogging platform. And the great thing about it is I've got lower level team members that I can train on how to use HubSpot. They can come in and they can program our blogs for us, schedule all of our social for us. They can do everything on the fly, and it's not rocket science. It's easy to be able to get them to use it. It becomes very cost efficient as a platform. All right. We've talked enough about the actual feature set of HubSpot. Now, let's get into looking at some ways that you probably didn't realize that HubSpot can help. I'm going to just leave this whole page up, but we can use this to consolidate your tech stack. One problem that I see with a lot of companies, regardless of the size they are, is they have these huge tech stacks because a marketer has come in and said, oh, we need to do this. Or a marketer is coming in, we need to do that. And what always winds up happening? They leave and they have this laundry list of tech around. Or oftentimes somebody will say, hey, let's bring in HubSpot or let's bring in another big platform like this, not realizing that this one platform can do all these additional things. So as a single all-in-one solution, it can save your company a lot of money. Become cost efficient in replicating a lot of these things that other companies do. One portal to be able to integrate all your data instead of floating around with between a bunch of different platforms. It'll give you reduced learning because you can train your team once on how you do the portal, and it makes it really easy for them to learn how to use all the different various aspects of that portal as well. Also, the efficiency that you get is so amazing. Being able to streamline your operations so they're really, really easy and straightforward to use across the board, no matter what you're doing. Again, you're going to run into the cost savings of this, but being able to train your team, no matter who they are, and as agencies, we're often working with contractors, or we're often working with part-timers who we've got to come in and get them on board really quick. HubSpot is a fantastic platform to be able to allow you to do that because you can come in, you can train them, and they can quickly go from project to project and learn as they go. Faster execution, and probably the best thing about it is no matter which portal you're in, or if you want to have reports that span the portals, they have an amazing reporting system. The reporting system can tie in and give you detailed information on all your sales. It can run all the way from individual salesperson's activities so they can show managers what they're doing, all the way up to the big departments, as well as running your entire campaigns, showing you how you're doing campaigns, all the way to showing you how individual emails performed or how an individual sales sequence performed from one single reporting tool. I will say their reporting functionality is probably, I'd have to say it was probably the most powerful in the business. It is very, very strong what you can do. And I've actually been amazed because I struggle with custom reports, but I've got a new channel consultant who can actually help me, and she has been able to produce the most amazing reports, most customized things you would ever believe. We've got one company we just added in for the sales department. They wanted to be able to see how many meetings the salesperson was having per week with actual clients that they were generating from HubSpot sales campaigns and sequences, as opposed to what they were getting from networking events. So we were actually able to get to their Outlook meeting scheduler, suppress it against anything via networking, and only had it pull in information from their SQLs. And we were able to generate a report for their manager so they could see at a glance how they were doing every single month and how many meetings they were having. Incredibly, incredibly powerful tools. Oops. Scalability. Here's something probably you don't realize. HubSpot is designed so it can work from very, very small consulting agencies. You could be an army of one, all the way up to giant enterprises. And it's all built on the same CRM, same engine. And they've got different platforms and different products that help you scale. And you can grow along the way, no matter where you are. So you can come in as a small agency. In fact, believe it or not, they've got free tools. Their free tools are very powerful. They're not nearly as great as their starter level set. Their starter level stuff, you can be very, very dangerous on. And then you get up into the professional levels and then your enterprise levels. And they keep automating, they keep improving and iterating. And the number of improvements they've been putting out in the past year is really quite amazing. I get a morning feed of this, of all the updates I've been making. And I swear every single day I get new updates more stuff has been pushed out and more stuff in beta. This past year, it's just the amount of growth they've done is phenomenal. It's very cost efficient to scale. So that way, no matter the size of your organization, you can find the best fit and the best platform to fit for you. They really do have great customized solutions. And things that other people don't think about is if you've got a global agency, their information spans across the globe. They have availability in different languages. So you could have the other side, another continent could be doing a completely different language, accessing the same HubSpot data as you are accessing English. So it's pretty powerful. And there are a ton of third-party integrations. They even have their own HubSpot marketplace. So once you're in it, there's a little house button at the top. You click it, and you can find pretty much anything you ever need to integrate there. Or if you're curious about it, you can go in there and you can find and enter in whatever you want, how you want it to integrate as well. Now, let's say you are using it with your client side. I mean, that's one huge benefit is you want to get your clients using it too. One single portal where you can manage the marketing and sales for all the clients that you're working with. Your team doesn't have to learn a lot of different portals. If you want to do an update on a client's website and they're on HubSpot and they're on HubSpot CMS, it's a piece of cake to log into their site and do it from the same dashboard that you've been looking at this entire time, the same portal. Very easy to use. Real-time collaboration, so you can share the same data. You can look it up. You can set up dashboards for your clients. You and your clients can pull in the data in at the exact same time, reviewing it online. Very easy to do. Shares the data. And who knew that HubSpot actually has project tracking as well? They do. Now, I will say that from using that and using Asana, I would still use a tool like Asana. But if you're looking at big, large-scale projects, integration, or big campaigns, it's very easy to do. And you can assign people out different projects in HubSpot that you can actually follow up with within the same platform, see if they've done it. And the custom reporting. I cannot tell you how excited your clients will be when you create them custom reports so they can see the information they've been wanting to see, they've been desiring to see. And they do all sorts of amazing reports. They have one of the biggest things marketers need to do is marketers always need to prove our worth, don't we? Because what's the first, when budgets come down and the company's not doing well, what's the first group they want to cut? The marketers, they're not doing anything for us. Our salespeople can do it. But how great is it if you can actually provide your employer or your clients a marketing attribution report? Say, hey, you know what? We can actually prove how our work, how our efforts have actually impacted closed deals. Along that journey, along that buyer's journey, the buyer that you thought your salesperson just closed on their own, did you know that they happen to visit the website, these pages, X number of times, or they happen to see, this marketing email that we sent out 8 times before they ever got in touch with a salesperson? That's some powerful information for marketers to have. Or a customer journey report. So you can look at the entire funnel and you can actually see, okay, where customers came in and every touch that they made along the line before they actually wound up becoming a lead that you handed over to your sales team. Or actually having the ability to report how many leads you're actually handing over to your sales team so you can actually show your clients, your companies, hey, we are actually doing everything you've asked us to do and more. It's the sales team that's not closing the deals. Or has somebody that manages both. I can say from my side, you know what? Our salespeople are reaching out. They're doing everything that we've been asked. We're just not getting enough leads from the marketing side. But being able to have that level of reporting, be able to have that transparency, and be able to share that back and forth with your clients is huge. Efficiency through automation. That is probably HubSpot's best value. Being able to offer the time savings, being able to help implement lead nurturing programs. Very simple. Customer comes in or somebody interested, they fill out a form. Now they're in an email drip campaign. We all know the drill. But one platform that makes it super easy to implement and do that across the board. Something that doesn't require a marketing specialist, doesn't require a developer to be able to do, something easily anybody on your team can set up. The great thing that I love is all the personalization it adds across the board. If you've got it set up and you've got a clean database, I can have my sales team implement sales templates that are incredibly, incredibly personalized. You know, we can add all the information, not just to marketing campaigns, but we can do this on the sales side as well with sales sequences. And I find that incredibly powerful. Again, I can have a small sales team look like they are this massive organization pushing out content. It scales. It scales from small to big size. And the scheduling, oh my gosh, that is probably what, for me, that's great. I've got a small agency, but being able to set everything up well in advance is huge. I can set up, you know, let's say we have a new blog that's coming. We get a new blog, we're going to turn it on next Tuesday. We've got a social media post that's going to go out to support it. We've got a newsletter to go out and support it. I can create that all on the fly today and have it all flip on and go out next Tuesday at 8 a.m. And it's so incredibly easy to do and so powerful to make that happen. Being able to have all your data in one place allows you to have really informed decision making. The analytics are very comprehensive. You can go out and measure all your website analytics, and it can actually tie that into your various campaigns. You know, I already discussed real-time campaigns. You can actually see, and everything that's going on, you can see it on the fly and how people are interacting. For example, you send a marketing email out, you can go in and you can open it, you can actually see people interacting and your information changing on the fly in the back end, which I think is incredibly cool. Client reports are great. You can set up customized dashboards. You can have them email the clients. And I already covered customer journey mapping. But as we all know, our ROI measurement is incredibly important. Being able to prove your worth as a marketer, being able to prove the value of the platform, being able to prove what you're doing makes a difference, that's huge. And being able to have the tool set to make that happen is huge. Now, who is familiar with HubSpot? Handful? All right. So if you know HubSpot a little bit, whether you know HubSpot or not, this is probably the best kept secret. Truly. Anybody can go to it. They have got so much information out there. Documentation on how to become a better marketer. You want to get certified in a field? Go out there. It costs no money whatsoever to be able to do that. You can get certified in SEO, you can get certified in digital marketing, certified in sales. You can get certified in advanced marketing operations, RevOps. I think they opened up a new RevOps certification out there. So you can access all this, but you get new team members coming in. You can have them use HubSpot Academy to get trained on whatever they need to do. So let's say I hire a new marketer or somebody who's helping me out, never been in marketing before. I can easily put them in through the social media campaign and then training, and then I can have them take the class on how to schedule out of everything and use it in HubSpot. And within a couple of days, they can become extremely powerful managing our social media platform and campaign through this. So again, this is probably one of the greatest things I think about HubSpot. And the possibilities don't expand. You can integrate it with so many different platforms, so many different options. I've got it fully integrated with my Google Suite. Most clients I use work with the Microsoft Suite as well. Integrates with your calendar. All your meetings get scheduled through it. They can get reported through it as well. I use it all the time for meeting scheduling so that I can send people my meeting calendar link and they can book me right then and there. I've got one client that we even have it set up on their website. So, you know, if you're interested right there, you click it and it goes straight to their calendar, sets up a meeting with them. And it actually pre-qualifies them before it sets up the meeting. And then when they get to the meeting, the client has got all the information about the customer right there so that they can talk to them. They're ready to go. I think that's pretty cool. It also integrates with Zoom, integrates with pretty much any platform you could imagine out there. Seamless flow of data, and it actually works fairly well with Salesforce as well. It's got a native Salesforce integration. It's got a native WordPress integration as well. But I will say, as somebody who's managed a lot of WordPress sites, I would manage HubSpot CMS every single day compared to managing a WordPress site. And HubSpot makes it super easy to do. So how does CycleWorks help companies? How do we help agencies with this? We have a lot of skills in sales and marketing and helping provide a foundation and building that out for you. We also offer strategic CMO services. Like I said, I've been doing this for many, many years for a lot of small companies and help set you up and grow. We've got sales administration, deep HubSpot, super administration, everything from database cleaning to creating advanced workflows to coming in and cleaning your HubSpot implementation out. We've done before. Full onboarding. And the greatest thing, I think, is that so many people, if they want HubSpot, they do the wrong thing. They go directly to HubSpot. Always find a partner. We can help you get into the right platform for you. Oftentimes, we can save you money. And when you're working together, sometimes we can even get the HubSpot to give you a deal. All right? So it's really good to go through a partner. So that's CycleWorks. That's me, and that's HubSpot. Any questions? Yes, Jeff. I'm guessing they probably put you on Sales Pro, but all right. Okay, so this is, I will tell you I need to figure out what, we've got agencies here. Everybody that's in an agency, will you please raise your hand? All right, if you're an agency of 50 more, raise your hand. Okay, 25 or more? All right, okay, so here's the deal. You're probably going to need to start. If you're on that size, you're probably going to need to start out with like Marketing Pro. I was going to say, if you're a smaller team, you can actually probably get by with a much smaller. Often Marketing Starter is great, depending on how much marketing effort you're actually doing for your team. What I have found out, especially like agency size and small businesses size, I know HubSpot always wants to push Marketing Professional, but depending on your usage, you probably don't need Marketing Professional. I have clients that do, but they're pushing out a lot of email campaigns, so it makes sense. But I have a lot of clients that aren't using that much marketing email campaigns. Marketing Starter is a much, much better value. Where I find a lot of companies don't realize your best growth might come not from bumping up from Marketing Starter to Marketing Pro, but actually might be going from Sales Starter to Sales Pro. And the reason being, and keep in Marketing Starter, the reason being is because you can add in sequences and you can have a small team implement those automated sequences. And it also gives you workflow before, which in Starter, you don't get automated workflows. Or actually, I think they might now have one or two templates that you can get. But so Sales Pro adds in automated workflows that you can do. But most importantly, it adds in the sales sequences, and there's so much you can do with the sales sequences, and they've just upgraded all their prospecting tools. So for most companies, that's the actual better direction to go than actually just moving straight up. And a lot of people don't know that there's a lot of overlap between CMS Pro and Marketing Pro. So if you're kind of in the mood for a new, if you're ready for a new website as well, it might actually be much smarter for you to add on CMS Pro instead of Marketing Pro, because what you wind up doing is you get all the reporting that Marketing Pro comes with. So all the advanced analytics that you get, all the advanced workflows that it comes with it as well. You get all the video hosting, you get all the landing pages, but all you're having to do is pay for CMS Pro. CMS Pro is about half the price of Marketing Pro. So there are these little bitty things that from using it for a long time that somebody like me knows or a partner knows that, of course, you're not going to get when you go direct through. Now, another little trick right now that probably that y'all won't know about is if you are not using HubSpot right now, or if you are only on HubSpot Starter through the end of this, I don't know, where are we, November? Through the end of this year, I think they are running a discounted package, but you have to actually ask about it. And it's a giant, giant savings. It was supposed to only run through the summer, and it was only available to partners. And I think, as far as I know, it's still only available to partners. But it was like, and I'm sorry, my numbers are probably fuzzy, but it was like getting the entire professional suite for like around $1,200 a month. It's, I mean, just a stupid, ridiculous cost savings. But again, that's what you get from going with a partner. And again, they were supposed to end it this summer, but it was popular enough they were running it through the end of the year.
Yeah. So interesting. Yesterday, I had my introductory call. We're looking at HubSpot as a company wide, and I had the introductory call about HubSpot, and then they said you need to get a partner, right? And so now you're here today. So I'm going to get with you afterwards.
Okay.
But one of the things that for me is the customization piece of this. We're very different. We're healthcare. There's really no sales on the outside. There's not selling something. It's more just relationship management.
Mm-hmm.
We close something that it's more of they're going to send us patients, right? That's what always turned me off of HubSpot, because there wasn't as much customization. Like we use Copper, everything is customized. Every single activity thing is customized. Has that gotten better over the last year? I mean, I looked at this a year ago.
There's a ridiculous amount of customization, especially like when it comes to properties and field properties. So if you need to add in or build out a lot of properties, you can. If you need to integrate with another system, chances are you can.
And SalesLoft is something we use in 6 Sense to AI-generated marketing type.
I'd have to look, but most of them are, yeah. So now here, let me tell you one other thing that if you're not, I don't know if they brought this up, this is the gotcha, and this is the one that kind of bugs me. In small print, no matter what you buy, if you buy a professional package, you have to buy onboarding through them. So I don't know if they mentioned that to you. Yeah, because it's hard to see. If you go to their website and you do their pricing quote, they'll give you the price, but underneath that, in small print, they actually say this requires onboarding. The onboarding through them is you get a phone call and you get X number of hours versus going directly through a partner where we can offer it at the same price, and we can actually give you hands-on implementation. We can implement it for you instead of you having to do that. But every package, every professional and above requires that. So Marketing Pro is, I think, $3K. Sales Pro is $15K now. But then you get up to the Marketing Enterprise, and I can't remember what it was. I think it's over $5K now, just for onboarding. Any other questions? All right, before we let you go, did anybody coming out of here learn something that they didn't know before? Yeah? All right. So you're informed? Fantastic. All right. Well, thank you very, very much. And let me, if I can ever be of help, please reach out. Connect with me on LinkedIn. If you're in cycling, connect with me on Strava. If you're a book reader, connect with me on Goodreads. So, all right. Thank you. Thank you. I will be around a little bit.